This is Riviera's 4600 Sport Yacht Platinum Edition. The Platinum Edition is just the sort of the upgrade to really like this metallic paint finish on the top. Looks really good. It's a smart looking boat, this. We're going to go on board and we're going to do the full tour. We've got the high-low platform at the back, so that's where your tender would live, but there's also a really great toy store. So your sea-bobs and your folding bikes and all that kind of stuff all lives down in here. You see how far that goes back underneath there? That's a really useful area. And of course this is just the transom then that folds down over it when you're not using it. If we head on here, you can see there's a transom gate here, so that closes that off if you want it to. Love this table. So we've got this beautiful seating area around here. They've made this into a nice sheltered area because you've got these sides that extend down here. We've got the bimini up here, but also we've got these hatches overhead for more light and more air if you want it. There is a bar area, so we've got the barbecue, as you'd hope on an Australian boat, and we've got the sink, and then underneath it is the ice maker and the fridge. Stereo controllers out here as well. There's also an aft docking station, which is nice. So when you're stern to berthing, you can control the boat from there. There's a lift window, so you can connect these areas right through. The door slides across, as you can see, window lifts up, and this brings the inside out. It's an aft galley layout. The fridge and the freezer live over here, so fridge on that side, and then freezer in there. That one there. Nice bit of storage. And then if we spin on round, the galley proper is over here. So you've got the cooker, also got a dishwasher down underneath like so, and then the hob, the sink, a load of storage in places like this, and up here, and so forth. Extractor fan underneath there as well. Just open one of those. There we go, so that's your crockery. Then we've got this very nice internal dining area or lounge area, or however you want to use that. You can see a TV up there. We can prod a button to find the right one, and that will disappear completely from sight. Lovely. Big sliding roof here as well, so again it's letting that outside in if you wanted to, or you can close that off. And you've got sliding windows on the outside as well, so this whole section here will open, and you've got a similar deal then over here. Love these Recaro Helm seats. Very comfortable looking, very supportive. Great when you're out in a bit of chop to sort of really lock you in place. You've got the armrest here as well, which is nice. Helm is here, it's all the low glare materials, doesn't reflect in the screen. You can see it all the way across here in the dark colours. And then you've got the multifunction displays here, and you've got throttle controls, IPS joystick, and all the usual bits and pieces you'd expect. The engine instrumentation displays on here. We've got the Fusion stereo here as well, and that one is the anchor up and down with a chain counter on it, which is useful. And then you've got the C-zone control system for the entire boat, so you can go into this, go into lighting or whatever, and you can control everything from there. If we head on down to the lower deck, we'll go forward first of all. Big double bed in here. This is the VIP guest cabin, in fact. Should have said that, shouldn't I? Big storage areas. You've got storage up in places like this, all the way around. Hatch overhead as well. Another one over there, and then the TV built in. And this little chap with the Riviera logo on is air conditioning control. So we prod that, it comes up with the temperature. The other thing that we've got here, well, there's drawers under the bed as well for a start, but there's also access here into the ensuite, but that is the day head as well. So if I step this way, there we go. That's the door that we just opened around there. And that means that during the day, people can come straight down here and straight into there without even going to any cabins. You've got the separate shower area over there. And then we've got, of course, the sink and the mirror. There's storage up and behind there. And the toilet's there, and cabin 3 shares that one as well. So if we come across this side, bunk cabin here, and again with the storage, so hanging locker tucked away like so. Very nice. Let's spin around this side. This takes us then in, you can see there's a doorway here, threshold, back into the owner's cabin. Thusly, full beam of the boat. Is that 2 thuslies? I'm losing count. Big hull windows again, so you've got a lot of natural light into here. Those circular sections are opening sections. You'll see there's a little wire on there as well. That's so that it will alarm if you try and start the engines with those open. It lets you know so you don't end up obviously going to sea with them open. Great view out from here. There's blinds, of course, that drop down over these, so you can have a bit of privacy if you need it. A whole ton of storage all the way along here and down into there. And we've got the wardrobe then up ahead on this side. Like so, AV equipment is in here, and then you've got even more storage over there. That's quite remarkable, isn't it? What I like about this is it's got the really high gloss woodwork. You can see it dotted around, but there's not too much of it. It's sort of moderated by these big, pale feature panels all the way around, so you don't kind of feel overwhelmed with the woodwork. But nonetheless, it's there and it looks great. Bit more storage in there, and this has its own ensuite that's tucked away in here. So again, with your toilet and your sink and your shower, and then storage in behind places like this. So that is the accommodation. We'll take a turn around the decks and we'll have a look at the engines. No crew cabin on this one. It's very much an owner-operator size of boat. So let's head out here. Let's wave to Marianne. Hello, Marianne. She's come to Florida for a trip. And if we come up here, this is what I mean about this metallic paint finish. Look at this. This looks really good up here. Right up on top then, we've got your satellite dishes. You've got your radar all color coded. That's a FLIR light, so that basically gives you night vision. And even the antennas are color coded black, which looks great. We'll come forward. That's that sliding roof from up here. And that is a remote control searchlight. It's facing backwards at the minute. You spin that round and you've got lighting out across the front. Deck lockers up here, like so, for your canopies and bits and pieces. And then a great sunbathing area. You can see how these backrests lift up. We've got one lifted up there, or you can drop them flat. And these tracks that come round are to slide the canopy into, so you don't need to take those on and off all the time, you just cover them up. Anchor handling kit is up here. We've also got a great big locker down there. Again, we've got canopies in there, and you can see the anchor chain is down there as well. So that's how she looks from here. Great looking boat. Let's wander back. The last thing to talk about is the engines. Love these illuminated Riviera badges on the side. They always look great. These big stainless steel fairleads around here as well. It's all very substantial. Okay, engine access is here. This table incidentally folds up if you wanted to, so you can drop that over like that. And you've got your cup holders here and a handrail and so forth. So that's a useful detail. These then lift and turn. And that opens like that. And if you come down here, what we discover is a pair of Volvo Penta IPS engines. These are IPS 800s, so they're 600 horsepower each, and they're giving the boat just over 30 knots. We've got Seakeeper down here as well in the centre, as you can see. That's the IPS pods back there. Cruising speed is about 27 knots. I asked what the range was, and they said at 27 knots with 10% reserve, it's 222 miles. I like that. That's precision for you, that is. Not 200 miles, not about 220, 222. So there we go. Obviously that will vary a bit depending on loading and all that kind of stuff, but it made me smile. It's a pretty decent engine room because they've not tried to squeeze a big tender garage in that really squashes down on top of the engines. So you really can get right into all these places. Generator lives down here as well. That's over there. And that then is about the size of that. Let's come back up out of here. Drop that fella back down. And I think we're going to finish off just here. Why not? So there it is. That is Riviera's Sport Yacht 4600. Huge thanks to Riviera Yachts for organising that tour. Massive thanks to you guys for watching it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you've not already. And we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.